You're not allowed to come back to the United States unless you're here legally. Have you ever cooked your own meal? Are you gay?
He's a mama's boy. So
Oh, he's a mother's boy.
he's mama's boy.
Okay, he doesn't want to play with toys. What does he want to play with?
He wants to play with Barbies.
Well, the mother says that you're always unnecessarily hitting or disciplining the victim due to him being more feminine. All right, the court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you.
This case is truly shocking from start to finish. An undocumented defendant appears in court attempting to argue his own defense against an extremely serious accusation involving a person inside his household. Certain specifics can't be discussed due to platform rules, but the situation is grave and carries lasting consequences. From the outset, it's clear the stakes could not be higher. Throughout the hearing, Judge Boyd remains steady, professional, and completely unshaken. She listens carefully, but each explanation and excuse is methodically addressed and dismissed with clear legal reasoning. There is no emotional reaction from the bench, only firm reliance on facts, records, and the law. It becomes obvious very quickly that the court is not persuaded by the defendant's narrative. What adds even more weight to the case is his prior history. This is not a first-time issue. He was previously placed on probation for a similar matter and failed to take that opportunity seriously. The sentence handed down at the end is substantial and carries consequences that may include removal from the country. Given the repeat behavior, the court makes it clear that leniency has limits. Watching this unfold raises difficult but necessary questions about accountability, rehabilitation, and public safety. When someone has already been given a chance and disregards it, should the system keep offering more? With all that in mind, let's break it down and watch as Judge Boyd delivers her final ruling in this intense and revealing courtroom moment.
And are you Mr. Sotelo Baez?
Yes, Judge.
All right, we're here for sentencing. You entered a plea in this cause on July 30th of no contest and applied for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is asking that your punishment be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and they're silent on your application. There's to be no contact with the complainant and an affirmative finding of family violence. All right, no PSI was done in this case. The court requested a criminal history. Any objection to the court reviewing the criminal history?
No objection. Thank you, Your Honor.
Defense state is silent. Do you have any witnesses?
I do not, Your Honor. I anticipated having some of his family members here. However, they're sick right now, so they're not in court today.
All
However,
right, do you want them to appear by Zoom?
there might be some interpreter issues and everything else, Judge. I don't know. Judge, my client has informed me that it might be easiest just to proceed today, that it would be difficult for them to be able to do that.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Francisco Ricardo Sotelo Baez.
All right, sir. Your attorney has told me that they don't have witnesses present. Mr. Baez, if you want, the court will have your family members or whoever you wish to testify to appear by Zoom. We can make that arrangement if you would like to. Otherwise, we can proceed.
We will proceed. I really talked to my mom, but they're sick right now. My sister's sick right now. They said it was a virus, and my mom doesn't really know how to use the phone like that.
All right, so defense, if you've had a chance to talk to the witnesses, if you want to make a proffer to the court of what they would say, the court will take that testimony.
I can, Your Honor. In my closing remarks, I can do all that.
All right, any questions for your client?
Mr. Sotelo, we're here today. Would you like the court to grant you the deferred adjudication that you'd applied for?
Yes.
And you understand she has the discretion to do that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you would be obligated to follow any conditions or rules that the court imposes on you?
Yes, sir. I understand.
And you understand you have several other things.
You need to speak up so that.
Yes, I understand. Sorry, Judge.
And is it your intention to do what you can to be compliant if the judge grants you that probation?
Yes.
You've accepted responsibility by entering a plea before this court. Can you kind of the right way? Explain to the court what you're asking for today.
I would really want you to give me a second chance to redeem myself. Um, I just had a newborn that was born on June 23rd. I want to be out there for my family. I'm 23 years old with 5 kids. I have 5 kids right now with the same girl. I really want to be part of their life. I don't want to go away to prison and show my kids that I could be a role model for them. And also, I help my mom and my dad out to pay rent as well. I'm always working for them too. Take care of my little brother también. And I would really want a second chance. I promise you I won't mess this up.
I can't help but wonder how many times Judge Boyd has had to sit through long explanations like this, where a defendant talks as if a serious crime just happened by accident. From the bench, it must sound like someone trying to rewrite history instead of taking responsibility for clear choices they made over many years. At some point, the court has to focus on actions and outcomes, not last-minute appeals for sympathy. If we're being honest, a 6-year sentence is not especially harsh when you look at the full scope of what the court is dealing with. Given the severity of the charge and the possible immigration consequences attached to it, you would expect a more respectful and accountable tone in court. Instead, what comes across is a repeated attempt to shift blame and present himself as the victim of circumstances. That's what makes the situation so puzzling. Rather than acknowledging the seriousness of the moment, he continues down a path that only accelerates the consequences he's facing. The lack of humility stands out, especially when so much is already at stake, and then there's the argument about past hardships being the reason for present actions. While personal history can provide context, it doesn't excuse harming others or ignoring the law. If difficult childhoods alone removed responsibility, the justice system wouldn't function at all. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, because to me, that line of reasoning doesn't come close to justifying what happened. With that said, let's jump back in and continue.
It's my first felony I have, and I'm not gonna mess this up. It's my first and last felony. I'm again. I've been trying to change my life around, going to church and in jail. I really want to see if you could please help me out with this. My bad. My English is a little. I know more Spanish, but.
Oh no! Do you need? Here's the thing. Do you need an interpreter? Because I want to make sure.
I understand. It's just that English. I speak it too, but right now, because I'm in front of you, I get a little bit nervous.
Well, let me just tell you, there's no need to be nervous in front of me. There's no need to be nervous about your English. I always say people who speak more than one language are very intelligent because learning a second language is very hard. And people tell me that the English language is one of the hardest because you have two TWO, TO, TOOO, and it's all pronounced too. So if you want an interpreter to be brought down, it will take us probably 5 minutes to get an interpreter here. If you would feel more comfortable speaking in Spanish, we can have an interpreter to come down. It's not a problem.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm good speaking to you. My bad, it's just that I really get nervous.
No problem. Any other questions?
You don't pass at this time.
All right. Any questions?
No questions from the state, Your Honor.
All right. I have some questions.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So the you hit, how old was it?
She's 2 years old.
2. All right. And you say she, but in the police report, it says son.
Yeah, well, I have 3 daughters and 2 sons now.
All right. So the person that you hit in this case,
It's a he.
I'm sorry?
It's a he.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a he.
All right. And how old is he?
He's 2 years old.
All right. So why is it in the police report? This is what they said. You texted his mother and you said, you're not going to like what I just did. I hit your son. Why are you calling the child your son?
Because, well, it's our son. It's my biological son. Or like,
But why you just,
yeah, it's baby's. He's mama's boy. So
oh, he's a mother's boy.
He's mama's boy. So
Okay.
he's always. I told her. She told me the same with my daughters because my daughters are daddy's girls, you know.
Okay.
And
So why are you hitting a girl?
so
What was the reason?
I had a lot going on today. I had got into a fight with my family members. My wife was in the hospital.
So you get in a fight with your family members. Your wife is in the hospital. So how does that translate you to hitting a girl?
I did wrong. I know I did wrong.
No, I mean, what I'm trying to figure out what was the cause. I wasn't there.
What happened was that with my son, I'm a little bit tough with him because basically he was my only boy. He was surrounded by girls, and
You're a little bit tough with the girl. Okay.
yeah, and I would want to play with him. I would want to play with him with the cars. I'll buy him cars. I'll buy him robots, boy toys, but he didn't want to. He wouldn't want to play with toys.
Okay. He doesn't want to play with toys. What does he want to play with?
He wants to play with Barbies.
I understand the idea of parents setting rules and boundaries, but this situation goes far beyond that. We're talking about a very young child who can't even speak yet, simply picking up a toy because his older siblings were playing with it. Toddlers don't have intent or hidden meaning behind their actions. They explore whatever is around them. That curiosity is a normal part of development, just like testing limits or grabbing random objects without understanding them. At that age, children act on impulse, not ideology. Most parents recognize that kids grow out of these phases naturally, the same way they outgrow other harmless behaviors. Responding with punishment instead of guidance shows a serious misunderstanding of how young children think and learn. That disconnect is what makes the situation especially troubling. What's most heartbreaking is how quickly an innocent moment turned into something damaging. A child enjoying a simple toy had no idea what was happening, yet an adult's reaction changed everything. Fast forward to today, and that same adult is facing a lengthy prison sentence and possible removal from the country. All of this traces back to a moment that never should have escalated in the first place. It raises an important question about judgment, self-control, and responsibility. When adults fail to manage their reactions, children and families are often the ones who suffer the consequences. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Was this an extreme overreaction, or do you see it differently?
All right. So he wants to play with Barbie dolls. So that was your issue with him.
And then my wife and my mother will tell me my son was gonna be gay.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, feeling that way, my first son to be gay.
So your thing is, let me hit my girl because people are telling me he's going to be gay.
That was my first time laying my hand on him.
No. I'm just trying to get into your thought processes. So people are telling you that your son's going to be gay because he doesn't want to play with robots. So let me ask you this. Would G.I. Joe, those toys, because those are dolls, would that be an issue?
Or G.I. Joe's.
Oh, okay. I'm showing my age. Nobody, Snake Eyes? What? Well, you do know they have Ken. For example, Ken. That's a doll. I guess that's Barbie's sometimes boyfriend, or maybe it's sort of like undecided. I don't know if they're together or not. But Ken is a Barbie. So how would you feel about your son playing with the Ken doll? You just don't want him playing with dolls.
I didn't want him playing with dolls.
Okay.
My daughters have like little kitchens and like dressing dolls and all that.
And so he would play with the kitchen set.
He would play with the kitchen set and all that.
All right. So
and I'll buy him like trampolines and like a little soccer field. And he didn't.
Yeah, I want to play soccer.
With that.
I don't want to play soccer either. So he don't want to play soccer, and he plays with the kitchen set.
Mhm.
So I guess males who are chefs, that's like a girl job, right?
Well,
I mean, wouldn't that be considered a gay job then if you have male chefs in the kitchen? I'm like, all these men who are walking around out here being chefs, you're telling me that they're gay.
yeah.
So then you hit the 2-year-old and you caused his nose to bleed. And then it says the victim had injuries, bruising and swelling on the face. And they say you sent a text message and said that you hit the victim 4 times in the face by slapping him. In what world is it okay to slap a year-old in the face? What did you think you were teaching him?
Nothing.
Like to be afraid of you?
No, not really.
I mean, did you think the 2-year-old was not going to be afraid of him? Because 2-year-old, I don't think he's 6 feet tall. You're standing over him, slapping him. Did he cry when you slapped him?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
All right, when his nose was bleeding, you continued to slap him. Did he continue to cry?
Well, I don't really remember his nose bleeding, Your Honor.
Did you get him some tissue? Did you clean up his face? Did you apologize?
End of his face. I spoke to my wife. I apologized to her.
No.
And I
Did you apologize to the 2-year-old?
Yes, I heard that.
And did you apologize to your daughters if they were at home and witnessed that?
And my daughters were in the other room.
They were in the other room?
Yes.
So you think they don't hear him crying? Do you have like a west wing and an east wing to your house, like Dallas? Like South Fork?
I apologize to all my kids, Your Honor. I know that I have an older daughter that she's 5. And
All right, it says here that you stated that the mother says that you're always unnecessarily hitting or disciplining the victim due to him being more feminine and wanting to toughen him up. So you think you beat up a 2-year-old by toughening him up, because that's what this is. You beat up a 2-year-old. You beat up a 2-year-old. And then I'm looking at your criminal history. You have other assaults. Who is the other family violence assault against? Was that against the mother of your children?
yes, it was again.
Well, here we are again, and somehow it's not surprising. This isn't a person asking for a fresh start anymore. It's someone repeatedly asking the court to overlook the same behavior, hoping the outcome will magically change. After so many appearances, the pattern is impossible to ignore, and the court is clearly running out of patience. What makes it even more difficult to understand is the disconnect between actions and expectations. Time and again, he harms the people closest to him, then shows up in court acting stunned when accountability follows. Causing damage within your own family doesn't just hurt others, it creates consequences that come right back around, often in the harshest ways. This is not being treated as a single mistake or a momentary lapse in judgment. The record shows repeated conduct, and the legal system is designed to consider that history when determining consequences. Prior incidents matter, especially when they point to ongoing harmful behavior rather than change or improvement. At the end of the day, the law isn't interested in excuses, it's focused on patterns, responsibility, and public safety. Violence was never a solution, and continuing down the same path only guarantees the same outcome. The real question now isn't about sympathy, but whether meaningful change was ever seriously attempted before reaching this point.
Children. So I see here it's Rodrigo, Delilah, Veronica, and Laura. Who's the other child?
But he was just born on June 20th.
What's the name?
Tadeo.
How do you spell that?
T-A-D-E.
T-A?
No, T-A-D-E-O. Ricardo Sotelo. He was just born on June 23rd.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no illegal re-entry to the U.S., and there's to be no contact with minors. I'll order the therapeutic community. Maybe they can help him. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and also a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? Yes. Yes, you have a question?
Yeah.
You have a question or no?
I just wanted to see a second chance.
I'm sorry, what?
I just wanted a second chance not to redeem myself, please, Your Honor.
All right, we're off the record. This is what I want you to understand. I internalized everything that your attorney presented, and your attorney presented some great arguments. in your past, you have assaultive behavior against the mother of your children. Probation for that, they would have given you the BIPP course. It's legally required. You have learned nothing. You're basically you beat up a 2-year-old because you think your 2-year-old is gay and you want to toughen up a 2-year-old. It's like, imagine yourself in a boxing ring and your opponent is a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old doesn't stand a chance. The 2-year-old is gonna, lose every time. You hit him in the face, give him a bloody nose, and according to the police report, after you hit him in the face, I'm sure he's crying, and you continue to hit him 4 more times. Then you text his mother, you're not gonna like what I've done. I hit the 2-year-old. And then the mother in the police report and everybody in the police report tells me, you discipline him unnecessarily because you think he's going to be gay because he likes to cook. Go tell Wolfgang Puck. You know what? What if Wolfgang Puck's family would have thought, Wolfgang is going to be gay. We're not going to let him cook. Right? Have you ever cooked your own meal? Are you gay? Then why are you beating up on a 2-year-old because he likes to cook? To me, that would be a great thing because everybody is out here, having children that you can't take care of. You're 23 years old and you have 5 children. It would probably be nice if you had a teenager or somebody in the house who loves to cook and you encourage that. Then guess what? That's no cooking on your wife's plate. It's off the table. You understand? You are not to have any contact with minors when you're released. You're not allowed to come back to the United States unless you're here legally. And I can't stop you from having children, but if you can't financially take care of your children, if mentally you're not ready, which it appears to me you're not ready, if you're going to be violent, then you shouldn't really be around children. You shouldn't be having more children. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.